Welcome, Jill.
Hello, everyone. So wonderful to see you. Such a beautiful and moving community and service. My students taught me the other day a new way to do a heart with one hand like this. They like this because you can do it while you have your cell phone in the other hand, but I like it because you can then make two hearts. Okay, I'm gonna tell a little short sequence of stories. Here we go. Um, Mother tongues. A handful of mothers gather round my favorite tree, waving hats at their children or children's children, climbing nimbly in the branches. They smile and holler, each in a different tongue. And for a moment, I wonder where we are and whether our native lands are at peace or at war. But these mothers of nations stand firm beneath our tree, waving colorful knit caps like the flags of a country where nothing matters more than a child's warm ears. Zen map. We are here. Candle. A small boy kneels. Quietly, he watches a millipede crawl along the windowsill. Tenderly, he floats a leaf beside, not knowing if what he offers is food or maybe a magic carpet ride. This millipede, this millipede is my friend. I think I'll give him a name. Herman, he exclaims and scoots off to tell his mama. As she turns to go, Mama hears a great stomp. Beneath his small red boot, her boy has crushed one of the ladybugs one sees everywhere this time of year. What was his name? She asks. He turns to her and says quite simply, I don't know, wasn't my friend. Later that night, Papa's sitting on the porch, relaxing with a paper, when his boy bounds toward him and pounces onto his lap. What's his name? He asks, pointing to a picture of an American soldier. Papa shares the soldier's name, rank, and a little bit of his story. Oh, and what's her name? He asks again, now pointing to a picture of a little girl standing in a pile of rubble next to a garden in where what used to be her home. I don't know, says Papa. It doesn't say. Did she narrowly escape death too? No, whispers Papa. Just then, a firefly alights on Papa's head. Just as he's poised to swat, his boy grabs his hand and says, Not so fast, Papa. This firefly, this firefly is my friend. Her name is Candle, just like the girl. On the playground of our shared humanity. After binging on one too many headlines, I sigh and wonder if there is any humanity left in humanity. I walk and I brood, soon landing at a park where a small boy is trying mightily to prime a little pump. As tots queue up with their empty pails, my mind, such as it is, flashes to all the places in our broken world where long water lines aren't about sandcastles, but survival. Then lo, I'm snapped back by the sight of a toddler dangling precariously from a monkey bar. A mom with a baby in her lap gets up and shouts, Javi! And another mom shoots up and says, Don't worry, I'll get him. Bless you, says the one mom to the other. I have just the one boy, but sometimes it feels like 10. I have three. 3 boys? How do you do it? Hmm. Two things. I know, love and patience. Psh, no. And by the way, people who say stuff like that aren't actually in the boy raising club. The real number one is keep a low bar. Mine is any day without a trip to the emergency room, that is a good day. Hmm. What about number two? Drink plenty of wine. In fact, I've got a bottle in my car if you, really? Woman pops up, snags her jug and a couple of Dixie cups and pours. They toast to a day without stitches. Hear, hear. Meanwhile, back at the pump, both boy and water have finally found their flow. One overjoyed tyke starts clapping, and pretty soon the entire line erupts in cheers as the little pumpmeister grins from ear to ear. Next, my attention flits to what sounds like a pair of giddy teens, but is, in fact, a pair of giddy 80-somethings eating chocolate and whispering loudly. One rises, leaning heavily on her cane, and slowly makes her way to the water fountain. Her friend then stands and steps away too. Hey, I say, you forgot your cane. Oh, she says. Thank you, dear, but I'm just stretching my legs. And I'll tell you a secret about the cane, she adds, again whispering very loudly. I don't need it. Hmm. You see, Maggie and I, we have been friends for over 70 years, and we have done everything together. Double Dutch, double dates, play dates with our kids, our grandkids, and now we're growing old together too. And well, Maggie's been feeling just a little bit self-conscious about her cane, so I thought I would get one too, just to keep her company. As the sun sets, I behold this scene, kids passing water down the line, moms crumpling up their Dixie cups and hugging goodbye, and two women who have known each other for just shy of forever, walking arm in arm, cane and cane. And I know that never again will I let anyone, not the papers, not the pundits, not even yours truly, tell me we just don't know how to take care of each other when it is so blessedly obvious. We're born to it. Coming of age and radical tricks. At the skate park, some cool dudes, teens, rebels, anarchists are doing their thing with their sweet painted boards, punk cuts, hip skater kids, sneakers. I marvel as they strut their stuff and one up and up and up. Olies and nolies, helipops, or noli caballero to the old school among us. Frontside heel flips, Caspers, feather flips, basically just a half impossible to an anti-Casper, firecrackers, you name it. Then in coasts the little girl with her three-wheeled scooter and pink feathered helmet. And to see these young men make way for her, watch over her, and cheer her up and up and up is the sweetest 180 of all. More, little drink of water. Orchestra Baobab. The man with the soft and shining robes, bright and shining eyes, walks slowly to center stage, lifts the microphone to his lips and his voice to the sky to introduce not only himself and his orchestra, but also his people, the Senegalese. A peaceful, generous, and tolerant people, says he. Our hearts leap first, drawn to the beauty of his words, the beauty of his world. And our minds follow, wondering if such a thing could ever be true of any people, anywhere, ever. And then comes the music, which meets musings not with words, but with tumba and timbales, conga and strings. First, we ought to sway a little bit in our seats, tap our toes, move our heads from side to side. Then a few brave souls rise up out of their seats, out of their places, their habits, their cultures, their minds, and start to dance, really dance. Pretty soon we're all filling the aisles, all shapes and colors and sizes, surprised by how easy and natural it is for us, all of us, to be so graceful and rhythmic, so open and in tune with ourselves and each other. Finally, a long time later, or so it seems, the man with the soft and shining robes, heart, life, a tear in each eye, speaks to us in a Singhalese we were born to know, saying, "Goodbye, hello, and welcome home, my people, welcome home."